The Bristol Channel has long been the lifeblood of trade in Wales and the southwest. Goods brought in here are transported by road and rail all over the country, so if any part of this supply chain is affected by downturn, it ultimately affects us all.
Well, we're just over one of the most important trade routes in the UK, the Severn Bridge, and it's getting ever more expensive for road hauliers to use. Prices have gone up by 5% in the last year, and when you add that to high fuel costs, you can see why some of them are struggling.
A trip through the valleys of South Wales brought us to Owen's Road Services in Llanelli. A family-run business for 35 years, its job has been to move steel, foodstuffs and construction products around the country. But business has dropped by 50% in the last year, and 40 of their 470 staff have just been made redundant.
What's affecting us worst generally is an absolute downturn in any products that we're moving generally. We're heavily involved in the steel industry, the automotive industry. They've taken a big hit, along with the construction industry as well. It's having a massive effect on our business overall.
Then it was on to Bristol docks to see how export and import trade is faring there. UK-wide, both are down, with imports likely to suffer particularly from a drop in demand for goods and from a weak pound, which makes it more expensive to bring goods in. But so far in Bristol, business is holding steady.
Two things have been affected so far, and it's cars and building materials. But just about everything else we do is holding up well. Coal for power stations, petrol and diesel, food and clothing, all those things that come in containers and so forth, that's all holding up pretty well.
Exacta Technologies in Bristol is caught up in the rising costs of import. It's a small company which makes components for computers and which relies on importing parts from the US. With the pound at a 5-year low against the dollar, its finances are being squeezed.
One particular product we buy cost us 6 weeks ago £99. Yesterday I bought 50 of that exact same product, and that cost us £123, just purely down to the dollar rate. Unfortunately, we are unable to get that product anywhere else.
The economic downturn is clearly being felt in Wales and the southwest, and for some the road to recovery seems a distant one as this island nation grapples with the reality of recession.